Is a soldier's heaviest burden really his gear, or is it something unseen? Tim O'Brien's The Things They Carried answers this not with lists of weapons or rations, but with the invisible weight of trauma, guilt, and fractured memories. My name is Hamza Shapir, and today we will dissect O'Brien's genre blurring masterpiece, part fiction, part memoir, to uncover how soldiers bear psychological burdens long after the war ends. We will explore the novel through three key literary lenses, analyze its symbolism, repetition, and imagery, and connect it to works like The Wars and Dulce et Decorum Est to reveal O'Brien's haunting message. War stories are never just about war. Through the lens of psychological criticism, Lieutenant Cross's obsession with Martha transcends a simple love story. It represents a form of escapism. By fixating on her letters, he avoids confronting the terror of Vietnam. This mirrors Robert Ross in The Wars, who clinged to guilt over his sister's death as a way to cope with battlefield horrors. O'Brien and Finley both reveal how trauma fractures the mind, forcing soldiers to seek refuge in memories. New historism helps us to see the novel in its historical context. O'Brien's line, "A true war story is never moral," critiques how war is often glorified, just as Wilfred Owen does in Dulce et Decorum Est. Both authors strip away propaganda to reveal war's dehumanizing reality. Similarly, in The Wars, Finley exposes how society turned young men into disposable soldiers, challenging the idea of noble sacrifice. But beyond history, O'Brien also forces us to reflect through reader response theory. When he writes, "A true war story is never about war," he forces readers to question the truth itself. This mirrors W.D. Walgardson's short story, A Matter of Balance, where the protagonist's fractured perception blurs reality. Both works invite us to ask, do we believe war stories as they are told, or do we shape them to fit what we expect? O'Brien's symbolism turns physical objects into emotional anchors. Lieutenant Cross' letters symbolize guilt, while Kiowa's Bible represents his fading faith. Similarly, in The Wars, Robert Ross' horse becomes a symbol of his desperate grasp on innocence, a parallel to Kiowa's struggle in the face of war's brutality. Repetition plays a crucial role in reinforcing O'Brien's themes. The phrase, "they carried," pounds like a heartbeat, emphasizing burdens that never relent. Maya Angelou uses this same technique in Still I Rise. Her defiant "Arise" mirrors O'Brien's relentless rhythm, highlighting resilience under pressure. Lastly, imagery immerses us in war's grotesqueness. O'Brien describes a dead soldier's jaw in his throat, echoing Wilfred Owen's gargling blood in Dulce et Decorum Est. Both force us to confront war's visceral horror, stripping away any illusion of heroism. A core theme in the things they carried is war and disillusionment. Like Owen, O'Brien dismantles the myth of heroism. In The Wars, Finley does the same. Robert Ross does not die a hero, but a broken man. Both novels show that war does not create heroes, it destroys them. Resilience and identity link O'Brien's soldiers with Maya Angelou's Still I Rise and Langston Hughes' Let America Be America Again. Just as Hughes critiques the American dream, O'Brien's characters struggle to hold on to identity and hope despite betrayal. Finally, memory and trauma shape the novel's structure. O'Brien's fragmented storytelling reflects how war wraps memory. Much like Man Descending and A Matter of Balance explores psychological disintegration, both highlights how trauma fractures identity and distorts reality. So, what do we carry? O'Brien's novel reveals that soldiers bear more than just gear. They carry memories, grief, and a reality few can understand. By examining the things they carried through literal lenses, devices, and themes, we see how war stories are not about war alone, but about truth, trauma, and survival. O'Brien, like Finley and Owen, challenges us to question the stories we are told. So I ask you again, does it matter if a war story is true, or only that we feel its weight? Thank you.